Welcome back to Faithful to the Traitors. I am Ben, and I am a trustworthy faithful.
Wow. I'm Alex. And I'm also a faithful. But I have my questions. Mainly over Roger Corser's his alliance, basically. Because he was switching one way to the next in this episode.
He's not very trustworthy.
He's one of the worst ones, Mr. Corser. Aren't you?
He had another new suit as well.
He had about 3 new suits.
He even bragged about it to them around the round table. Yes, this is another new suit, he said.
Well, I mean, they're not making a lot of money, so the money that they would have got for the prize winning,
Going to him.
is going all to Roger Corser.
He's taking those silver bars, melting them down in the backstage.
Turning them into silk. Getting the finest tailors to make him the finest suits the land could buy. Roger Corser. So he said he switched allegiance. He's going to the traitor side.
Because they're doing a better job.
They're doing a better job.
He likes the winning team.
But then later he said that he was proud of...
Oh, yeah, they all got a bit emotional, didn't they?
He did. So there you go. That's Roger. That's our
They all
chat
seem
about
to love
Corser.
Roger Corser, don't they?
That's what I said to you last week.
They literally look at him with like beaming eyes as he talks, like, wow.
I think in Australia, it's Roger Corser, everyone. I think in Australia he's seen as a bit of like he's like a national institution, like Stephen Fry in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
He's on the same level. Barbara Windsor
like
in
Chuck
the UK.
Norris or something.
Yeah, it's like Chuck Norris in America. Yeah, like Barbara Windsor in the UK. Like Natalie Cassidy in the UK.
I see.
No, it's he's a star. He's an icon. I said to you just before we start recording that I'm trying to pen a song about Roger Corser. I'm going to sing it on the show if I ever get round to finishing it. I'm just trying to think of words that rhyme with Corser. Asthma slowly rhymes. I find Corser, Roger Corser,
Corser.
Riding Rorser. Not much rhymes with Corser. Roger's even more difficult. Roger the Podger.
No, he's not a
Codger,
podger.
not a codger. Our mate Roger
Drives a Corser.
like his name. Anyway, so there you go. That's Roger Corser for this episode. He drinks tea also.
I think he does. Has
in
a
a
nice
China
relaxing
mug.
Yeah, in his garden with his garden furniture.
Yeah.
That's his stately home, isn't it?
No, that was his summer
He invited
vacation
them
house.
over, to the vacation house from his hotel.
Yeah.
And asked them to leave.
Because the dogs were going to be let out and released.
It's Mr. Burns' moment. Who died this week? Because we always forget them. Justine
died.
Yep, she was murdered in the night. No VT, no goodbyes, nothing. Just disappear, and then they don't ever talk about them again.
They don't talk about them again. But as we learned this episode, if you're a traitor and you get banished or leave, you get a little VT at the end.
Well, the traitors are like the most important characters.
How dare you?
Below Roger, of course. Roger, of course, is at the top, and then the 4 traitors,
Paul.
and then the car.
Roger Corser, then Doug Willis.
Then Alex, who has 2 minutes of screen time this week, not 1.
But she always uses it well. She does it well.
True. Mm-hmm.
And if he was still in it, of course, then there's quite a few characters. There's Ethan, there's MK, Traitor. There's been quite a few characters.
Chloe, our favourite.
No.
I tried to look up
she's
Chloe's
right
Instagram yesterday because now she's out. I can look at the their private, set to private.
Is it? Maybe
Why?
you can only see it if you're a psychic. And that's the point.
Was a traitor.
So that's why she set her thing to private. I wonder. Who knows? But so I couldn't look, and I can't find Angus's Instagram because I want to know if he's had a haircut or anything since the filming.
Oh, he's got a little face. He's like a little sweet little. He's like.
I wonder how hot
puppy.
he is with his hair. When I see him and he's got all that hair, I just think that just looks like it's going to be hot and bothered and.
Oh, you mean temperature?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like hot as in good looking.
Oh, how much Bradley Cooper is he? No, I just think that just looks like it's hot and I need to tie it up if I was him.
Well, we still haven't cracked the mystery of whether his chest is just very hairy or it's a tattoo.
I know, because he had it out again at breakfast and I tried to
tell.
look and it is, I thought, no, that's just a hairy chest. And I thought, actually, no, I think it may be both.
Oh.
A tattoo with hair.
How greedy. Not only does he have a tattoo. Yeah, but that means he would have had to shave his chest to get the tattoo.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, but when it grows back, it itches, mate. Well,
I think it's been a few years.
Well,
Why are you
might
saying
like
mate like an Australian?
Because I've watched. See, this is a problem with me. I've
pick up on
myself into this
everything.
world. I picked up on everything. That's why I can't say I can't say
Marielle.
Marielle. I can't say it without saying it. Marielle. Talking of the backstabber,
I know, the
Marielle.
bitch.
Right, she wasn't
She's
she?
the
just?
bitch of the series. Now
She
Chloe's
really
gone.
is. She's just.
No, yeah.
She's really.
I wrote her
turned
off
the
a few
table.
episodes as well because I thought Mario, she's not a very good player. I think I actually said that. I said she's the worst traitor. Now she doubled up with her Angus threats like she did a few episodes ago,
Yeah.
and now it's all been working out for her.
And she's influenced Nigel, who we thought was the strongest traitor, but it
And
looks
teamed
like
up with Mark, who's like everyone believes is faithful because he went for Angus too.
well, a lot of them went for
So
Angus.
she's done-
Fee and Teresa are also gunning for him this episode.
And Kate though, but it's like that's what I mean. Marielle is like,
No, Kate wasn't.
oh, who did Kate go for?
Kate was going for Olivia.
Oh, did she? Oh.
Not Olivia, sorry, Teresa.
Teresa.
Kate was going for Teresa. She was the only one, in fact, in the whole group which kind of turned the conversation away from Angus for 5 seconds. So, yeah, Kate was going for Teresa. Some
Yeah,
weird
she's,
voting has to be said in the banishment.
Yeah, but Marielle's done. She's played well this week because she even got Nigel on side as well. So it's
That's what I mean.
it's really turned it. But that's
She's-
later in the episode, obviously. But there was all sorts.
But no,
There's
not
lots of things going on with the traitors at the moment. The 3 traitors. 'Cause it's all gone a bit complicated.
But it's Claire I feel sorry for because she's like she's on the outside watching in now within the traitors. She feels like she's the odd one out and that Marielle and Nigel.
A checkout chick.
Yes, and unfortunately, Marielle and
She'll be checking out
Nigel don't
Sing
care.
Chick.
She will.
No, I know. Her like death stare at all of this happening, and then back in the thing at the end was just like, oh. And you could tell Marielle felt really like awkward and was like, I need to try and say something. And she tried to explain herself, and then she was still like, no, you could have done it a different way. And she was like,
Well, she used the exact same excuse again she used the first time she voted, and that was to divert the suspicion from her. But then what was Nigel's excuse other than just to support Marielle? And that's the point. Claire said, it would be nice of you to tell me because now it's actually put the eyes of suspicion onto me because why was I not voting? But then I don't think that's entirely true because Claire wasn't the only one voting for Teresa at the banishment. Let's be honest with you.
yeah, but if the traitors stuck together, it would have been Marielle gone and not Angus.
This is it. This is the point. If
Poor Angus.
those 2 votes hadn't gone toward Angus and they'd gone toward Teresa, then the 7-5 split would have actually gone the other way around, and Teresa would have stayed in and not Angus.
They did. We said though, didn't we? This is the point where if you haven't got a traitor yet, the players just turn a bit nutty and just everything goes wild. So they have to get one.
They were cute
No
though.
matter
They,
what.
they got really happy and excited when they did eventually get their traitor. I mean, I know
His little face though, so
Angus.
he's all teary-eyed
pup.
as they're all voting for him, wasn't he? He knew his time was up.
Yeah, he took it with good grace though.
Yeah, he
took
did.
it with
It
stupendous
made me
grace.
sad. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the writing was on the wall from the very beginning because the first people to walk in for the breakfast table were the
I
4
thought you meant
traitors.
like the beginning of
the whole
the show.
No, from the day Angus was born, the
Right,
writing was on the
Chloe.
wall. Yeah.
Chloe knew.
I knew it. I sensed it on the day of his first birthday. Because they put in the 4 traitors almost as a clue to the blooming faithful.
Yeah.
They put the 4 traitors into the breakfast room first, but the very first 2 were Nigel and Marielle, and that's where Marielle basically started
Playing.
she started showing her plan to Nigel. So she mentioned Angus. She mentioned that she would vote for Angus again. That Angus being eliminated would kind of maybe put the pressure off them 3.
Which is all true.
Which is all true, but then not true is the fact that she doesn't trust Claire, and I don't really know where she's got that from. I think she's just.
I think
finding
she
excuses.
sees it as like Claire's the next one, basically.
Yeah, she wants to get rid of Claire. Yeah, I think she'll
If
be
they have
happy
to.
if it was just Nigel Marielle, and I think she sees Nigel as her equal.
Yeah, it makes me wonder though, can you trust her at all? Because he did ask outright, can I trust you? And she
Yeah.
was like, you can trust what you believe to trust if you want to.
Yeah,
So, well, what does that
bitch.
mean?
It means nothing.
Yeah,
It's a
it means
false
that I will
promise.
backstab you at the fire pit in the final, if they're the fire pit.
You're
There
hoping
better
for
be
a
a
fire
fire
pit,
pit.
yes, because as you said on both occasions, that's the best part of the show.
There is a fire pit there, a little one.
yeah.
Although they always go to the wood chopping area. I wonder if that's going to be chop this wood in half if you want to end the game.
If a puff of red smoke and a Korok seed comes out, You voted me. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think it's going to be Nigel, Marielle, and whether they introduce another person, they're going to be the first two in. They're going to be the only two in the bottom, and then at that point, will Marielle kind of play the game where she'll then get everyone to get rid of Nigel, then think that there are no more traitors in the game, so then she gets the full prize pot.
Still got a lot of episodes, yeah.
We've got to think ahead of this game. You've got to be 5 moves ahead of this game. That's why Kate's, to be fair, that's what they always say. Kate's always thinking a few moves ahead. And that's
I'm surprised she's not been murdered yet. But there's not another murder this episode, is there?
No.
It's a very complex thing they have to choose.
Well,
the gamblers.
It's kind of complicated because they've not really laid the whole story out for them. All they've told them is that they don't get to murder. They have to choose 3 contestants to play a win or lose all
gambling game. And they can triple the money if they want to, but if they lose the money they've bet. Or very confusing.
It's insinuated that
it's got
they get
Roger written all over it.
I know Roger Corser, the confusion in his mind. It's kind of insinuated that they can put the bet forward, so they don't have to gamble all 68,000 Australian dollars. They can just gamble a portion of it, but whatever they gamble could be either tripled or lost. And that's why they said
but they don't know what they're going to be doing. So it's like, who do you
choose
pick?
for the game? Exactly. Well,
Three traitors.
No, because that's the point. They said that you either come back heroes or you come back, downtrodden, and you'll come back villains. And so essentially, you'll either come back as like you'll never get voted for, or you'll come back as people who will most definitely get voted for. Even though at the banishment table this episode, Roger gave some very good advice, which was don't let your emotions choose who you want to vote. Let your facts, let people who you think outside whether you like the person or not. And I think those words sunk in from Roger. They all kind of sat there and was like, you know what, Roger, and your lovely turtleneck, you're right. You're absolutely right.
He loves his quotes, doesn't he?
Roger Corser, he did a Churchill one this time. If you don't learn from your mistakes, then you're going to repeat them.
He did Dr. Zeus a few episodes back, I remember he said. Everyone chuckled to his joke.
Green eggs and ham. Sam,
possibly.
I am.
Who knows?
Roger Corser should release a book of quotes. Roger Corser's book of quotes.
And images, a photo book. To have on the coffee table.
Oh, yes, it'll be a coffee table.
It'll be a photo of Roger and then a quote beside it.
It'll be a quote underneath from Roger.
Page.
Yeah, a quote underneath from Roger Corser saying, buy my book. Quote from Roger Corser.
This book's great.
Yeah, Roger Corser.
What about the challenge then? There was no immunity challenge this week.
Which really confused me because
there's no murder, I suppose. So that'd be why.
You see,
they're thinking ahead. The producers,
they're thinking ahead as well. I'm not thinking ahead at all. I'm just me claiming I am. Yeah. So they
20 minutes.
20 minutes, which is again a very short amount of time.
Very unfair.
To counterweight 3 scales so that they find objects on his property.
His artifacts as well.
His artifacts, his art pieces. His
stopwatch wasn't working either.
But that was a joke, wasn't it?
Was it? No. It wasn't a joke.
He was like, oh, heirlooms, am I right? And they were like, oh, Roger. I'm sure one day they're going to just like tap him on the shoulder and be like, Roger, stop. All the artifacts, I'm fairly certain were meant to look like high class art pieces. I'm fairly certain I've seen them in TK Maxx a few times.
Nothing wrong with TK Maxx.
There's nothing wrong. Or Next Home.
Might be the Roger Corser collection for all you know. From Next.
No, Walmart.
The Roger Corser bed sheets.
Roger Corser's fashion from Tesco. He should start his own fashion line. Again.
He might already. We don't know enough about Roger Corser.
Well, I went on his Wikipedia and there's a very young picture of Roger Corser, I'd say.
Lovely.
Which is, it's lovely, fine, good. But he doesn't mention that he does the Traitors. And you said, well, maybe it's because
he doesn't write his own Wikipedia page, does he?
Yeah, but why has no one else updated it? I might update it. I might update it. But then maybe someone has updated it and he's taken it down, which makes me worry.
He's in series 2.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's what I was worried about.
He's hosting.
Is he?
He is.
Bless him.
Yes, because the teams were split up. It made me laugh when Teresa was upset with Paul and who was it? Paul and Claire being teamed up together.
They were the only ones.
The 2 oldies.
The old gits.
Combined age. Do you know what their real combined age is?
Well, didn't she say 150 as a joke?
113 years old.
113, so that was unfair, I feel. Unfair of Teresa.
Still over 100 years old together. But no, I didn't think they were going to do this challenge because 20 minutes was ridiculous.
Well, they didn't do the challenge. They failed on the last
2 or
hurdle.
3, didn't they? Yeah, they brought over like the really heavy. I think it was an actual statue, which wasn't a prop as well.
Yeah.
And they pulled over together 2 of them.
It was Doug Willis and the other young guy who was in their team. Claire stepped back on that point. Claire was like, no, you go
Angus's
ahead, boys.
trousers were falling down again.
Angus again, his trousers. I miss that though. No, Angus has been banished.
I know. Finally get a pair that fits.
Do you
Not a very good advert for Adidas, is it?
But it's not their fault that he's got like the oversized pants. Maybe they asked them their sizes before they start the show, but then he lost a bit of weight before he came on.
Maybe.
Or lost weight from all the fear and all the panic and anxiety
being a
while
traitor.
being on the show. Yeah, exactly. Do you reckon they get to keep their tracksuits? I feel it's unfair if they don't give them their tracksuit as like a parting gift.
I'd want to keep it. Parting gift.
Yeah.
That's a famous quote from series 1 of the UK Traitors, isn't it?
Is it? Did I accidentally?
Your parting gift?
I don't.
It's like the most famous bit on the series final when the London guy does it to Wilf. He winks around the table, doesn't he? Consider it my parting gift.
Consider it my parting gift.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been almost 6 months since I've watched that series. Longer than that, actually.
But no, they totaled up a bit of money. How much money have they got now?
Well, they started
60.
with 48.
Mm-hmm.
They've added 20. So they're on 68. I mean, if they're going to the prize fund can go up to 250,000 Australian dollar. So
Dollars.
If they were to triple it, say for instance they do gamble the whole lot, then it's up to over 200,000. So would you take that risk? Australian dollar. 100,000.
Yeah, you might as well, because
pounds.
they're not doing well. So if they can triple it, just triple it.
You say they're not doing well. £68,000. Sorry, dollars is a nice amount.
Well, Dirk said it was hardly anything. He said it was chicken feed.
Yeah, but what does Dirk know? He works as a concierge in a hotel. He's probably on minimum wage. No offence, Dirk. And there's nothing wrong with that.
He's also a cabaret performer and an actor.
Well, so even more so then. Actors are always scraping for roles.
Marielle's putting the suspicion on Dirk already. She said, I'm not doing you this week, Dirk, but you're still on my mind. So
well, can we talk
she's
about
planning ahead?
Can we talk about the 2 weird votes? So there was 7 for Angus, 5 for Teresa. Then there was 1. My heart sank when this happened. 1 for Paul. 1 for my little Dougie.
No, it just didn't make any sense.
My little Doug Willis.
Was
that
that
was
from
Kirk.
Dirk?
That was Dirk. Yeah, Dirk did that. All right, Dirk, you dickhead. And Claire got 1 from Paul. So
Paul's on it. Paul's clever.
Paul then fought back. But I've got a funny feeling
Paul's
now.
clever because he got a traitor.
Oh, yeah. Good on Paul. I feel like we're going to see more of Paul from this moment onward because he's had a vote.
saying that every episode.
I'm always
when
hopeful.
he wore his bright hoodie, you thought we'd be seeing him. We haven't even seen his VT yet, have we?
That's what I'm saying.
His background check.
I have no idea what Paul does.
No, we've not done his background check or Alex's.
Yeah, but
or
you said
Craig's.
Craig?
Yes, Craig, the one no one ever remembers. The grey-haired thin guy.
Oh, him, the glasses.
I like him, but again, I know nothing about these 3 people still.
They must be doing something with them soon then.
Maybe those 3 get into towards the end. Paul, Craig and Alex.
I mean, they're not the most vocal. Although Paul did make that really good joke, didn't he? Now you've mentioned, not Paul, Craig. Craig made that really good joke, remember?
He does a few jokes, yeah.
Fee said, I want some clarity on the Shield Challenge. And then Teresa was like, I really do think that Angus has misspoken, and I think it could be him. And Craig said, do you have a witness for that? And they were like, shut up, Craig.
No, that was Dirk that said that, not Craig.
Craig said that.
No, Dirk said
I've written it on my
He said
notes.
it to Fee.
Craig said it. Craig said it.
Dirk said that.
At Traitors Podcast, who said that? Dirk or Craig?
Dirk said it.
Craig said it.
No, he didn't.
He did. I wrote it down because Craig looked like so proud of himself after he said it. He did. He did.
Dirk.
No, wrong.
It was okay.
We're not going around in circles. You obviously have your belief. I have mine. And our listeners,
right.
our wonderful listeners, will get in touch and tell us who is right.
Fee had a new makeup and hair outfit combo today. Half up, half down.
Beautiful, as usual.
She looked very Christina Aguilera this week.
Did she?
Yep.
Was she been dirty?
No, not dirty Christina Aguilera.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Genie in a bottle.
Yeah, Genie in a bottle.
Genie in a bottle.
More 90s. So yeah, she still changes her look every episode. So keeping watch of this.
Good. And you seem to compare her to female pop stars from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's the trend.
Is there any more left? Who's left?
Loads
Beyonce.
left.
I suppose there's Beyonce, Knowles. Who else?
Well, we'll see. It depends. I follow
Billie Piper.
She's only a pop star.
Excuse me.
Holly Valance.
Honey Valance is another
Although
one.
when I was watching the episode when she had her new look this episode, I thought she looked like Hilary Duff, actually.
Oh, right, another
I
pop
take
star.
away my Christian Aguilera. It was Hilary Duff this week.
Hilary
She
Duff.
reminds me of.
What's that programme, the one with the cartoon she was
I
in?
don't know. Diary, sorry.
No. Oh, that's going to annoy me now. I've got Hannah Montana in my head.
No, not Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone, yeah. His Splurge Guns.
I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, what was
I
it
never
called?
watched it.
Oh,
It's her most famous thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's the thing she's most famous for doing. It's not Zoe 101. No, that's
No, that's Britney's sister,
Spears'
evil
sister. Yeah.
sister.
Not evil.
She is.
Really?
Britney's sister is, yeah.
No.
Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire, that old
Yeah, she
chestnut.
looked like Lizzie McGuire /
Right.
thingy this week. So
She had a music career as well, though. So again,
who? Fee?
Yes,
From the Traitors.
We don't know she hasn't. We
No,
don't
it's
know
true.
she hasn't. We
That's
can soon
true.
find out. We should look her up on Spotify and see if she's got any music out.
Anyway, right.
Yeah.
So Angus was gone.
Angus was
Everyone
gone.
cheered and cried, and
Everyone was really good about it. They clapped when he left.
so they're all very happy.
They're happy, but they're also then got the realization that there's still 3 more out there.
Well, they don't know.
So they
don't know
said
how
they didn't know
many.
there was 3. Yes, they know, but they know there is still a.
They know
traitor
that
out
Angus
there.
was just a good guy, and he was
He's a
given a,
little
role,
teddy bear.
a big teddy bear, and he was given a role that he couldn't cope.
The funny thing is that Matt, not Matt, sorry, no, Mark had been saying from the get set. So Mark's still going to be a bit of a hero. So now we need to
Yeah,
keep.
and that's why it's good that Marielle's sort of teamed up with him, so she's keeping herself safe that way.
Yeah, but that won't stop Mark. Because
That's
Mark
true,
was really
'cause
friendly.
He fancied Angus, didn't
He
he?
fancied, but also was quite good friends with Angus. I feel like that whoever Mark has got his sights on next will be the one to follow and see how that develops. And
Mark has Instagram, by the way.
does he?
He's currently on a boat or a yacht in little underpants with another muscular man.
Budgie Snugglers.
Yeah.
He's not with Angus, I take it.
No, there was a photo of him with a bride. I thought, sorry, but it was a joke. The photo was a joke.
Oh,
yes.
okay, good. As long as you've confirmed that.
Yes. Because I was very confused with the other photo of the yacht and him with another man. You see, so it's just all. It really confused me.
confuse you, does it?
His Instagram feed when he had a bride all of a sudden. I was like, excuse me, but no.
Are
But
you
yeah,
gay?
He's currently on a boat.
Good for him. Sipping
There you go.
champagne and living the good life
I didn't look back.
on the prize
that
money of the Traitors.
I don't know. There's nothing on there. I just saw his latest photo.
Fair enough. Do you think Matt is a bit safe from one thing to the next?
He's a bit what?
Is safer now because there was a few people who threw out there that perhaps his erratic
No, because
behaviour.
he was still going for Teresa.
Yeah, but no
wasn't
one
he?
voted for him. I know everyone was kind of voting toward Angus, but
Yeah,
more people voted
it'd
for
be the next lot.
Yeah, but more people voted for Teresa than they did Angus. Matt. In fact, no one voted for Matt. Considering that last episode,
I
Matt
don't know. I
was
think he's
second
still
most
annoying
voted.
people, isn't he?
He's annoying people, but they've been told not to use that as an excuse to get rid of anyone because that's not
That
working.
won't stop them.
I don't know. I think they're being because there was a few things. Even Fee said at one point that I think that I'm kind of being blinded by the fact that his behaviour is being so erratic. That's why I'm thinking now he's a traitor when in actual fact he's just a little bit
Irritating.
full of spirits, let's just say, full of high spirits. But he came to the breakfast table and the first thing he said was, right, to prove I'm not a traitor.
No, he's doing the MK technique.
Yep,
and that didn't work very well. So I don't know why he's picking that technique up.
He needs to start saying traitor, and then
And he'll probably be gone. But it's all very complex. But no murder to wait on for next episode.
well,
so-
we've got the challenge next episode then. So do you reckon? Well, I've already asked you, would you triple the prize pot? And you said, yeah, might as well.
Yeah, you might as well because they're not getting anything.
Yeah, but then they have nothing. And they're more than halfway through the series at that point. I know the producers wouldn't let them
All
go
or
away with a
nothing.
paltry amount of money.
Triple it. Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know what is happening yet, so I can't decide. But I don't know how they're going to choose who to pick.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Who would you pick? Genuinely, who would you pick? It's a shame Angus is... Actually, no, I was going to say Angus, but no. He was a bit useless with all the challenges, wasn't he?
Can you make your trousers fall down without touching them? If only we had Angus here.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe, what was it, 3 spaces?
Three people.
Do they want the 3 traitors to pick themselves?
But do you, this is the thing, is it a physical challenge? Is it a
well, they don't know,
mental
do they? That's why it's
challenge?
stupid.
I think Nigel is a good bet. Because Nigel's shown
he can do
that
a bit of both, can't he?
Exactly. Nigel's a good bet. I mean, it goes without saying Doug Willis, because he's a star.
Paul.
No, Nigel Lewis, maybe?
See, I don't know anything about Lewis yet, still.
I would actually...
But he's an electrician, so he may be smart.
I would go with Dirk, because he's shown to be quite bright, and he's good at describing and explaining things.
And he did that joke, didn't he? Dirk was the one that did the
one
joke.
Craig did. The one he did with Craig's mask on and said, as Craig. Yeah, that joke. I remember that joke really well. I mean, that's me being very sexist by naming 3 men. And that's
Kate, she's smart.
See, I thought Kate, but...
She's soon to be murdered.
I love Kate, but I don't think... Kate's very good at the psychological stuff. I can't remember her in the physical games.
Yeah, no, can I actually? Now I think about it.
But again, that might be just the edit. She might have been spectacular at them. But
maybe they should get the 3 quiet ones, the ones who haven't had much screen time, and give them some.
I mean, I hate the fact that I'm naming 3 men. I do, because I feel like that's in a very kind of like, 3 men will be able to do the better job. It's just that...
I'm going to say Dirk.
Yeah.
Gay white man.
Dirk is definitely on there for whatever. I would say Fiona, but Fiona made that joke in this episode where she said, I get out of breath very quickly.
Alex. I'm going to choose her as well.
Well, you only want to say Alex because you've not seen her do anything.
And Lewis. They're the 3 I'm choosing.
Yeah, well, you've chosen the same as me, bar Nigel. I just added Nigel for the mix.
Well, I was just trying to be diverse.
Because I think Teresa's better conversationally with things, although she was very good at describing as well, to be fair to her. Maybe if I had to do a swap out, they said you have to put a woman in there. I'd say Teresa, I think, because I like Teresa.
I don't think she likes the tasks though, because on the
she always does the
Squid
bit where you
Game one, she had to just remember the thing. I think the one before that, she then had to remember.
But we don't know if it's a physical task or not, and if it's not a physical task, then Teresa might be a good punt.
Well, there's only one way to find out what the task is,
and that's by watching.
So we will end this episode here. No cliffhangers, I'm afraid. We don't know about murders, but we can surmise about the gambling addiction.
There is one cliffhanger.
Well, what's that?
Gambling addiction.
Well, the soon-to-be gambling addiction.
Right.
For tripling the prize fund.
Yes, that's an addict. There is one cliffhanger, and that is...
I'm crapping myself, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, you shouldn't, because this is a good cliffhanger. Whether people want to hear my Roger Corser song at the end of the series. I am trying to... I'm getting my rhyming dictionary out, and if I feel as though it's above a 6 or more...
Well, he's played lots of doctors and policemen, so you may be able to mix some of those things in.
Dr. Corser.
I've got you today.
He's in for an appointment.
To make you feel okay.
Pop a pill on your tongue.
While we're doing this, because we're recording this as we're watching and we're doing it all very quickly, so it's very hard to get comments from people who are listening. Alana says, really loving your Australian coverage. I am dying at some of your cast assessments. I can't wait for you to finish the series.
Oh, this episode's going to end with, I can't wait for you to finish.
So I'm wondering if that means that we're talking about some cast members who are going to be in the final who we're expecting not to, I'm wondering. So,
I mean, if it's Paul, then I'm not surprised at all.
We've been talking about him since episode 1. We've given the people with less screen time all the chatter on here, haven't we?
It's because he's an icon and he's being forgotten. To tie-dye hoodie, to have the confidence to sit in a room with your peers and wear a tie-dyed hoodie at a slightly more senior age than most of the other participants of the show.
150, I think Teresa said.
Yeah, 150 years old. Then I 100%. And also, he's always got the trauma of that bushfire that he escaped from, you know? Because of Doug Willis from Neighbours, for goodness sake.
Mike says, on another note, leave my Rogie alone. He can breathe however he likes. And he accompanied that tweet with 4 photos of Roger Corser. One with him with a foot on a stool, wearing a jumper, sat on some old furniture.
Fashion.
With his hand in his head. And
not wearing socks.
No socks and a watch. The other one was from his Men's Health topless photo cover with another watch. Different watch.
Good.
Another photo from the Men's Health cover showing his body.
Wearing a watch.
50 years old.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Roger Corser is, and considering his asthma, he's fit as hell.
And the other photo of Roger Corser is him in a dark blue navy suit with a white shirt, top button undone, with brown leather loafers, no socks. No watch on show, but he's got a wedding ring on show.
Well,
and he's sat on top of a fireplace mantle with his legs open. Just for everyone who wants to know.
That feels dangerous. Why someone's come along with some petrol and a match.
So there you go. If you want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter. Send us your favourite photo of Roger Corser.
At Traitors Pod.
Happily see them.
Yeah.
And they can email us at... What's the email?
faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com.
That's right. So there you go.
Send us your Roger Corser pictures. And if you have any verses that
this is now a Roger Corser podcast.
if any of you can like give me a background beat as well, because I'm not into music. I can't use GarageBand or anything like that. I mean, you could use that as like the kind of beat. Then please feel free to send them to us. I'm always grateful for a bit of help when it comes to things I'm not good at. Which is most things.
Yeah, there you go. So that's another episode done of Faithful to the Traitors.